Have you ever found yourself lying in bed at night, eyes wide open, wondering why sleep feels like it's drifted further and further away with each passing year? You're tired, sometimes even exhausted, but your mind just won't settle. Or maybe you fall asleep just fine, only to wake up at 2, 3, sometimes 4 in the morning, unable to fall back asleep. The quiet hours of the night stretch endlessly, and morning comes not with energy, but with a heaviness in your bones. If that sounds familiar, let me tell you something important right away. It's not just you. Sleep can change a lot after 60. Your body is different. Your hormones shift. You've likely been through a lot, raising a family, working hard, dealing with stress and transitions. And now that you finally have a bit more space to slow down, sleep suddenly becomes the one thing that won't cooperate. And that can be deeply frustrating, because poor sleep doesn't just leave you feeling groggy. It can impact your memory, your mood, your energy levels, and even your immune system. But here's the hopeful truth. Just because sleep changes with age doesn't mean you have to accept restless nights as the new normal. In this video, we're going to explore 7 natural remedies that can truly help. Remedies that don't involve sleeping pills or gimmicks, but instead work with your body's natural rhythms to bring peace and rest back into your nights. Real, deep, nourishing sleep. The kind that helps you feel like yourself again. Let's start with something gentle but powerful: magnesium. Now, you might not think much about magnesium, but it's one of the most important minerals for helping your body relax. As we get older, our magnesium levels can drop, especially if we're not eating as well as we used to, or if we're dealing with stress. And when magnesium is low, it becomes harder for your muscles to fully let go. Your nervous system stays a little too active. Your thoughts feel a little too loud, and sleep becomes more elusive. Adding magnesium into your routine doesn't have to be complicated. You can take it as a supplement. Magnesium glycinate is often the most calming form. Or you can soak in a warm bath with Epsom salts a few times a week. Even just doing this before bed, letting your body unwind in that warm, mineral-rich water, can signal your nervous system that it's safe to let go, that it's okay to rest. Some people also find that eating magnesium-rich foods during the day helps. Think spinach, almonds, avocado, even dark chocolate in moderation. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're comforting, everyday options that support your sleep from the inside out. Now, while magnesium works on your muscles and nervous system, let's talk about something that works on your circadian rhythm, your inner body clock, and that's light. You may not realize it, but light is one of the biggest regulators of your sleep cycle. Your brain depends on natural light to figure out when to be awake and when to wind down. But here's the catch. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to light and more confused by artificial sources. If you're spending most of your day indoors, under dim lighting, and then blasting your eyes with bright screens or overhead lights in the evening, your brain may not know when to start producing melatonin, your sleep hormone. It's like trying to read a map with the landmarks all blurred out. One of the most effective changes you can make is to get outside in the morning light, even for just 10 or 15 minutes. Let that sunlight hit your face. No sunglasses if possible. It sends a powerful message to your brain. This is morning. Let's be alert now, and we'll rest later. That morning exposure helps reset your clock, and over time, it helps you feel sleepier when evening comes around. Just as important is what you do before bed. About an hour before sleep, start dimming the lights in your home. Turn off screens if you can, or switch them to a warmer, night mode. Let your environment slowly shift into calm and quiet. You're not flipping a switch, you're easing into rest. I know life doesn't always let us follow the perfect routine, but even just dimming the brightness on your phone or using a small bedside lamp instead of overhead lights can help your body start to produce the melatonin it needs to fall and stay asleep. Let's also talk about evening routines, because what you do in the last hour of your day has a bigger impact on your sleep than you might expect. Most of us don't realize how much stimulation we're feeding our brains without meaning to. News, emails, social media, even noisy TV shows. It's like expecting your brain to go from a roller coaster straight into a peaceful nap. Instead, think of your evening as a slow, gentle wind down, a time to turn inward, to soothe yourself. That might look like sipping a warm, non-caffeinated tea. Chamomile, lemon balm, or valerian root are all lovely options. It might mean writing a few thoughts in a notebook just to clear your mind, or doing something quiet and comforting, like knitting, stretching, or listening to calming music. The point isn't to follow a rigid routine. It's to create a ritual that tells your body, you're safe. You've done enough today, it's time to rest. Sleep is not a luxury. It's not a reward for getting everything done. It's a basic human need, and you deserve it, deeply, completely, without guilt or interruption. Now that we've explored how something as simple as magnesium, morning light, and a quiet bedtime ritual can start turning your nights around, let's continue with a few more remedies that work gently, naturally, and powerfully to help your body remember how to sleep again. By now, you've probably already started thinking of a few ways to soften your evenings and bring a bit more intention to the way you ease into sleep. And that's a beautiful thing, because when you start treating rest as something sacred, not just something you hope happens by chance, it changes how your body responds. Let's keep going with something that may sound simple, but is often overlooked. Breathing. Yes, breathing. Not just the kind of unconscious breathing we do all day long, but slow, mindful, intentional breathing. You see, as we age, our nervous system becomes more sensitive to stress. That's why even the smallest things, a change in routine, a phone call at the wrong time, or a conversation that didn't go well, can leave us feeling tense, even if we try to brush it off. And that tension doesn't just disappear when we climb into bed. It lingers in our shoulders, our chest, and our thoughts. But breathing is a bridge, a way to gently walk your body from alertness into rest. Try this when you lay down tonight. Place one hand on your belly, the other over your heart. Breathe in slowly for a count of 4. Hold that breath for a count of 4, and then exhale gently for a count of 6. Repeat that for a few minutes with your eyes closed. Let your breath get quieter, slower. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. What this does is activate the rest and digest part of your nervous system, also called the parasympathetic system. It tells your body, in the most natural language it understands, that the day is over and it's okay to relax now. Sometimes we chase after sleep like it's something we need to catch, but more often, sleep arrives when we create the right conditions and simply allow it to come. Another natural remedy that works beautifully, especially for those who find themselves waking up often during the night, is herbal support. Not in the form of heavy sedatives or pills that knock you out, but in the form of gentle plants that have been used for centuries to calm the mind and relax the body. Let's talk about a few of them. One of the most well-known is valerian root. This herb has a subtle sedative effect and can help you fall asleep faster without leaving you groggy the next day. You can find it in teas, tinctures, or capsules. For many women over 60, just a small dose before bed can make a noticeable difference. Another wonderful herb is lemon balm, a cousin of mint, but with a soothing, almost citrusy scent. It's been shown to ease anxiety and restlessness, making it especially helpful if your sleeplessness comes from an overactive mind. And then, of course, there's chamomile, the classic bedtime tea that stood the test of time. These herbs don't work like sleeping pills. They don't hit you over the head with drowsiness. They whisper to your nervous system. They ease you into stillness. Think of them like warm hands on your back, gently encouraging you to let go. If you're not a fan of tea late at night, maybe because of your bladder, try tinctures or low-dose capsules instead. And as always, if you're taking other medications, it's a good idea to check in with your doctor or pharmacist just to be safe. Your body thrives on rhythm, and that means going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends, even when you don't have anywhere to be. This isn't about being rigid or controlling. It's about giving your body something it can count on. When your brain starts to recognize a pattern, it learns when to release melatonin and when to start slowing things down. And the more consistent you are, the easier it becomes. Over time, your body will begin to prepare for sleep all on its own, without you needing to push, convince, or struggle through the night. When you combine a peaceful sleep space with a consistent rhythm, it's like giving your nervous system a soft lullaby every single night. And that's what most of us need, especially after years of caring for others, pushing through exhaustion, and putting our own needs on the back burner. Now, let's take a breath together. Just you and me. Let all of this sink in, not as a to-do list, but as an invitation to rest. You don't need to try everything all at once. You don't need to change your entire life by tomorrow. You just need to begin. Maybe tonight, you try dimming the lights an hour earlier. Maybe you swap your evenings scrolling for a cup of tea. Maybe you take a short walk in the morning to let your body feel the sun. Sleep doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from gently building a life that supports rest. From telling your body again and again, "You're safe, you've done enough, you can let go now." And if sleep still doesn't come right away, that's okay. Some nights are harder than others, but the fact that you're here, listening, learning, and caring for yourself, that already matters more than you know. You are not alone in this. So many women after 60 are navigating this exact journey, quietly struggling through sleepless nights and wondering if something's wrong with them. But you are not broken. You are simply adjusting, transitioning, and your body is just asking for a little more support than it used to. If you've tried one of these remedies before, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you're trying something new after watching this video, come back in a few days and let us know how it worked for you. Your experience might just help someone else who's searching for hope in the middle of the night. If this video brought you comfort, clarity, or even just a sense of being understood, please consider giving it a like. And if you want more tips like this, natural, gentle, and made just for you, go ahead and subscribe. This channel is a space where we honor your season of life, where we listen to your real challenges, and where we celebrate your quiet victories. You deserve rest, not just physical rest, but emotional rest, mental rest, soul rest. You've carried so much. You've given so much. Now it's your time to receive. Here's to peaceful evenings, to slower nights, to waking up feeling like yourself again. And here's to living your best, most rested life at any age. Sweet dreams, and thank you for being here.